أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعل نسله من سلالة من ماء مهين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين ثم إنكم بعد ذلك لميتون ثم إنكم يوم القيامة تبعثون صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's conversation is about the medical science in the Holy Quran, and this is the part 2 of lecture series about the medical science of Holy Quran. I have already provided lecture part 1 about medical science in the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran has said and described about the medical science, basic concept of medical science in several verses of the Holy Quran. And Allah has created the mankind, our father, especially Hazrat Adam and Hawa alayhi salatu wasalam, from clay, and indirectly we all are created from the clay, but we directly created in the womb of our mother from a sperm of drop, and after passing 7 steps in the womb of mother, we all are created, and we coming out from the womb of mother as a human and complete human baby. Surah Hijr, ayat number 28 and 29, Allah has said, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي خَالِقٌ بَشَرًا مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. Remember the time when your Lord, the Almighty Allah, told the angels, of course we will create the human from a clay. فإذا سويته ونفخت فيه من روحي فقعوا له ساجدين. When we fashioned him in due proportion and breathed into him of my spirit. This concept, this verse described and provide us the basic concept that Allah has created the human being from clay, and He has created the human beings directly from a sperm of drop in the womb of mother. Surah Abasa, ayat number 17, 18, 19 and 20, Allah has said, قُتِلَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا أَكْفَرَهُ مِنْ أَيِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ خَلَقَهُ فَقَدَّرَهُ ثُمَّ السَّبِيلَ يَسَّرَهُ. Woe to the man! What made he reject the Allah, ungrateful to the Almighty Allah? مِنْ أَيِّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقَهُ مِنْ نُطْفَةٍ. From what things and which thing Allah has created him? Allah answered this question. Allah has created him from a sperm of drop, from a drop of sperm, and Allah has created him. Allah has fashioned him in due proportion and breathed into him of his spirit. ثُمَّ السَّبِيلَ يَسَّرَ. Then He made the path from coming out from the womb of mother, and He made this path very smooth and easily for the mother. And this is the very great blessing and very great mercy to the Almighty Allah, of the Almighty Allah to the human being. Surah Rum, verse number 54, Allah has said, Allahu alladhi khalaqakum min du'fin thumma ja'ala min ba'di du'fin quwwatan thumma ja'ala min ba'di quwwatin du'fan wa shayba yakhluqu ma yasha'u wa huwa al-alimul qadir. Allah is the Lord who has created you in the weak state, and He gave you the weakness, the strength after weakness. Then He gave you the strength after weakness. Then He gave you the weakness after strength. Then He made you very weak in your old age. يخلق ما يشاء وهو العليم القدير. Allah created all the things that He pleases, He wills. وهو العليم القدير. Allah is all knowing and all powerful, all everything. This verse statement state and speeches that the weakness of the human being, that is the condition during in the drop of sperm. Allah has created us from a drop of sperm, then He made us very strong in our younger age, and He made us very weak in our old age. So we should be grateful, we should be understand the power of Almighty Allah, that we have to return to the Almighty Allah. Surah Infitar, ayat number 7 and 8, Allah has said, الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك. Allah is the Lord who has created you. He fashioned you in due proportion, and He given you in just bias and perfect and proper structure. And in what form He has wills, He has created you, He has put you together and combined in and keep and structure perfectly and properly. That is very wonderful and perfect structure. Surah Tariq ayat number 5, 6 and 7, Allah has said, فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب إنه على رجعه لقادر. Man should consider what about he has created. Allah has created him from a drop of sperm that is emitting from between the backbone and the يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, that is coming out from between the backbone and the ribs of the father, and combined it in the wombs of mother, that finally coming out as a complete human baby in the worldly life. In Surah Mu'minun, verse number 12, 13 and 14, Allah has said and described the seven steps that occurred in the womb of mother to complete a complete human baby. That is, number 1 is sperm and ovum, number 2 blastocyst, number 3 zygote, number 4 somites, number 5 skeletal, number 6 muscle, and number 7 fetus. After passing 7 steps in the womb of mother, a human baby coming out from the womb of mother to the worldly life. Surah Mu'minun ayat number 12, 13 and 14, Allah has described these 7 steps. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ سُلَالَةٍ مِنْ طِينٍ ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين. Allah is the Lord who has created you from a clay, and who has converted this clay into the sperm of drop into a clay, and He converted this sperm of drop into a clot, and He converted this clot into a morsel of flesh, incomplete or incompleted, and He converted this morsel of flesh into the bones, and He clothed these bones into with muscle, and He finally provide us as a complete human baby. That is our final destination, our final desire. So Quran is enough to provide basic concept about medical science, about human baby, growing human baby in the wombs of mother. So we should be grateful to Allah. We should be respectful to the Holy Quran, to the statement and speech of Holy Quran. And it is the great challenge and most important challenge to the unbeliever who are involved to research the medical science, who carry credit about the medical science, avoiding the Islam. But we can declare and proclaim that Quran has the most important credit to provide the basic concept about the medical science. So we should be grateful to the Islam. We should be grateful to the Almighty Allah. We should be grateful to Islam, and we should lead a comfortable and peaceful life according to Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.